Well, good morning, ladies and gents.
Mornings with Matt and Bob presents
Chewy, which Olive Garden you go to?
the Yard.
The nasty one over here on 183.
183 and like burn it?
Uh-huh.
I almost went there last night because they told us it was going to be like 45 minutes for pluckers, but then, free wings made me a patient man. But yeah, I went to Buddy's after that too, and we joked for a second that we were going to go to Olive Garden. But yeah, shouts out to Roger and the people at Buddy's. Those good folks. He's always there to play pool even though you're not.
Thank you very much, Sawyer. We're joined by Sawyer Salt today. Hey, it's time for Nod to the Odd. Here we go. A woman is under arrest after cooking beef Wellington for her family members.
I've always wanted to cook one of those. And you can get arrested for that?
Yes, she has been arrested. Her name is something Patterson. She told investigators that she prepared her beef Wellington using a mix of mushrooms from a supermarket and dried mushrooms that she got from an Asian grocery. The dish features a beef tenderloin baked in a puff pastry. Mm-hmm. The mushrooms turned out to be deadly deathcap mushrooms, which grow naturally in the Victoria area. Don and Gail Patterson, both 70, who were Patterson's former in-laws, have succumbed and died. Heather Wilkinson, 66, who was Gail Patterson's sister, she's dead. Ian Wilkinson, 69, that's her husband. He was sickened but has recovered.
Oh.
A 48-year-old man who became ill after 3 other meals dating back to 2021. They suspect she may have been trying to poison him for quite a while, but he has not died. So she says, no, I bought these mushrooms at the grocery store. They do grow wildly in the same area of Australia where she lives. She's saying, I'm sickened. Well, not so sickened that you died. She says, it's not my fault. I just bought some mushrooms at the store. Someone must have sneaked them in there. It's not my fault.
Nature doesn't put like a skull and crossbones or anything.
They don't look as hanging. Usually they got bright colors.
I was going to say, they do. Everybody knows mushrooms can kill you. Unless they're the cool kind.
Open your mind.
Yeah.
Unless you microdose.
Dude.
That's right. Yeah, man. It'd be like cool if you...
Mornings with Matt and Bob
The
presents
hot dog is set up perfectly to be a minute.
Put your headphones on, because you have to stop talking over everything. Put your headphones on. Put them on.
They never gave me any.
Give some headphones over here.
Why are you wearing his headphones?
He likes to listen.
Well, stop. A woman had a painting hanging over her stove for years. Turns out that it was a 700-year-old painting that was highly collectible and highly desirable. It's believed to be completed in 1280 by the Italian artist Cimabue. And it's called La Dérision du Christ. The mocking of Christ. The Louvre found out that she had it. They paid her $26.8 million for the painting.
Oh, my God.
$26.8 million for the painting. She died 2 days later.
Oh, Alanis Morissette, please, say something. That's crazy.
It's like meeting the love of your life and then meeting his beautiful wife.
See,
go ahead.
Spending it all in one day, y'all would make fun of that until this happens.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Spend it all. You can't take it with you.
Could you spend $26.8 million in one day, Chewy?
Yeah. That's a house and a Phantom. I don't know. Sawyer and I would go somewhere. Barbados.
Sawyer, could you spend $26.8 million in one
Look,
day?
He's wearing a skull cap that's...
Yeah. You just gamble it all away. That's pretty easy. $26.8 million. I mean, you got to go high limit. You got to go casino.
That's like 9 Torchy's tacos.
All on black. 26 mil.
You accidentally turned it into way more. No. No, this wasn't the point. I was supposed to lose.
Move on.
Mornings with Matt and Bob presents Nods to the Odd.
A South Korean man had a bad day at work. A robot, which is programmed to stack boxes of peppers, confused the South Korean man for a box. Grabbed the man and pressed him against a conveyor belt, causing his head to explode.
What?
It's unclear whether the accident was due to a defective or improperly designed robot, but early evidence suggests that human error may have triggered the improper response. The police are investigating the possibility of human error and the lack of sophistication in the robot's sensors. Also, they're researching the lack of sturdiness in this man's head.
Does his family get a severance package?
No, his head got a severance package from the rest of his body.
I know.
This is not the first serious accident involving industrial robots, but it is the latest and most hilarious.
What was the way you described the robot getting him against the wall?
It sounded sexy.
Exactly.
The robot, I said they grabbed the man and pressed him against a conveyor belt.
That almost reads as like a future workplace sexual harassment with robots when they take over.
It really does.
I can't smack a robot on the ass in the workplace?
Well, wouldn't you like to have the chance of saying, look, all right, robot, I will have sex with you. I would rather have sex with you than have my head pressed against a conveyor belt till it explodes.
And the robot's efficient, too.
I know.
don't think it's going to take
the worst part is
another robot replaces the man whose head exploded.
The worst part is the lowest paid employee, and you know it's the lowest paid employee, was the one who had to bring out a bucket and a mop, and I need you to mop up your friend.
I would have made the robot do it. You made this mess.
Rub his nose in it. I think that's how they learn.
Robots don't have... Did you see... I stopped yesterday at the HEB and... what's the HEB where everyone used to hook up?
I didn't know about
Mueller.
this.
No, that one over
Lady
there.
Bird Lake.
I can't even believe I can't think of the name of it. Hancock.
Oh, okay.
Hancock HEB.
Oh, that makes sense.
Back in the day, that's where all the college kids went, and it used to be just an absolute meat market at the meat market. And they're tearing down the old Sears building now, and they have this giant, I've never seen it before, it's like a giant articulating, almost like the claw you have on a backhoe, except it goes way up in the air, and it swivels, and it bites, and it tears down the building.
Oof.
I saw that.
Oh, I saw you post that yesterday.
I got mesmerized by it. Dude, I stood out there in the drizzle for like 45 minutes just watching, hoping beyond hope. I was really hoping that the guy was like super high and I was accidentally going to bump a column and the whole thing would just like fall accidentally instead of... That didn't happen. But it was really... There was a part of me that was like, I don't want to work in radio anymore. I want to give it all up and I want to go to work for whatever that guy... That's what I want to do. I want to eat... I want to slowly eat a building.
They have like...
We're working on it on Fridays.
They have those machine parks.
Leave my shirt alone, mother effer.
He had one button on earlier. That was it. They have machine parks where you can do big, heavy machinery. Work it.
Oh, really?
Can you get forklift certified there?
And have sex with your
Take
mom
classes?
out there?
You son of a bitch.
You're the one that laid it out there.
So did his mom.
Sons of bitches.
You, Mom. I learned it from watching you.
Mornings with Matt and Bob presents Nods to the Odd.
Folks in West Toronto say they're no longer happy with the city. A boring device, which is different than just your radio. Oh. It's a device that was used to bore a hole underneath the city, got caught underground for 19 months. It got trapped. So for 19 months, it wasn't doing its work. Workers were coming and going. The folks of the city got fed up and demanded that the city remove the machine. They finally, 19 months later, removed it. Unfortunately, it had gotten caught up against a sewage pipe.
Oh, no.
The street has now flooded. It's been over 2 weeks, and every single day, the street floods with raw sewage.
Guy was a hero.
They say that it has left behind a terrible mess and a smell. Do not panic, ladies and gentlemen. The street actually runs downhill, so the sewage is not just standing there. It's running downhill into the Humber River. And you're like, oh my God, this is polluting the river. Don't worry. The river runs directly into Lake Ontario.
This in Canada?
It is in Canada. When asked for a comment, an official said it is a, quote, disaster. Sorry. And finally, do you guys remember Rick Santorum? Anybody remember Rick Santorum?
Oh,
he used to be a
do
senator.
Yeah.
He used to be a senator for the
Had
United
a
States.
fart face that was like, oh, it looks like I'm farting, kind of.
Yeah, a little pinch. Yeah, a little pinch in the face.
DeSantis replaced him.
He was asked about Ohio's election on Tuesday. During Tuesday's election, The citizens of Ohio went to the polls. One of the things they decided to do was to decriminalize and, in some cases, legalize marijuana. And they also added access to abortion with some limits, but to the state constitution, protecting it in case there was a federal ban on, And Rick Santorum said, this is the problem. He said, democracies are not the way to run a country.
It's a hot take. That's the hottest take I think I've heard.
I vote to boo this man. I voted this week. Are you proud of me?
He says, remember, these elections, these off-year elections, they're odd number elections. They have very low turnout elections. They're base elections, number one, and they're just odd number year elections, generally speaking. He says, number two, the other bases get more ginned up to go out and vote. We've seen this now for the past several years, and it results in us being outvoted for things that we want, and they put very sexy things on the ballot like marijuana. So he says a lot of young people come out and vote. Yeah, well, I notice that's when I go to the polls, that's who's hanging out at the polls, young people.
It's the new hookup spot.
He says, thank goodness most states in this country don't allow you to put things on the ballot because democracy is not the way to run a country. Pure democracy is not.
I mean, it's a conversation that you could have. I mean, we're a republic. But as representatives that make decisions, not us.
That was a great fake sentence.
Right?
Well, anyway, congratulations to him. I kind of like the bold move of, look, the problem with our democracy is all this voting. Can we just get back to where just a couple of dudes, we have farms where we raise hemp, our slaves collect it, we smoke it, and we tell everybody what to do. That's what democracy is.
Everyone.
Can we get back to a country where we play more Van Halen?
Dude, absolutely.
And it gets exciting in a second when the dum, 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 dum,
This is
dum.
Hagar?
No, this is before Hagar. This is off the 1984 album. Can you do me a favor? Do you think you could time the clicking of your jaw to when the bass comes in?
Yeah, I'll hit it right.
Okay. Well, you've got to go through. This is, remember, people got really upset because they brought in all the synthesizers. Here we go.
Oh. Oh. This right side is hurting.
Is it?
Yeah. Did it too many times.
Good mornings with Matt and Bob. We're powered by Chewy. We're idiots. It's Friday. Hallelujah.